Carter was only 17, but he treated his job at the grocery store like it was his future. Every shift mattered. Every customer mattered. So when he saw the elderly man struggling in the parking lot, one leg, shaky hands, bag slipping from his grip, Carter didn't hesitate. He didn't check the clock. He didn't look back at the store. He just moved. By the time the last bag was safely placed in the trunk, Carter could feel it. Someone was watching. His store manager stormed across the lot, face red, jaw tight. "This is not what I pay you for," he snapped. Carter tried to explain. Just a minute. Just helping someone who needed it. It didn't matter. An hour later, Carter was called into the office. No warning, no discussion. "You're done," the manager said flatly. Just like that. Carter walked out, apron folded in his hands, confusion heavier than anger. At home, he didn't even know how to explain it to his parents. Helping someone felt wrong now. Punished. The night passed slowly. Too slowly. And then morning came. The doorbell rang. Not once, not twice, again and again. Carter opened the door to find a man in a dark suit and sunglasses standing beside a blacked-out luxury car. "Are you Carter?" the man asked. Before Carter could respond, the door to the car opened. Inside, the doors locked automatically. No explanation, no destination, just silence. They drove for miles. Carter asked questions, none were answered. The city faded, roads narrowed, gravel replaced asphalt. Finally the car stopped. A harbor, ships, gulls, salt in the air. Carter was escorted onto a boat without consent, without clarity. The engine roared. The shore disappeared behind him. An island came into view. One house, one shed, nothing else. When the boat docked, Carter jumped out, gripping a metal rod he'd hidden moments earlier. "I need answers," he shouted. That's when a voice spoke from behind him, a voice he recognized. Carter turned and froze. Standing there, leaning on a crutch, was the same one-legged man he had helped in the parking lot just days before. Carter's grip on the metal rod loosened. His mind raced, trying to catch up with what his eyes were seeing. The old man smiled faintly. "Easy, son," he said calmly. "You don't need that here." Carter stared speechless. "My name is Fred Hillman," the man continued, extending a Place Podium hand. "Owner of Hillman's Grocery." The words hit harder than any threat ever could. Fred Hillman, the man whose store had just fired him. Inside the small house on the island, the tension finally broke. Fred poured lemonade, his movements slow but steady. "I watched everything," he said. "From the moment you left your register to help me, and from the moment your manager chose rules over humanity." Carter listened, heart pounding. "I fired him last night," Fred said simply. "And I brought you here because I wanted to see the kind of person you are when you're scared, not when you're being praised." Silence filled the room. Then Fred slid a folder across the table. "I want you to manage my store." Carter blinked. Once. Twice. "What?" was all he managed. "You saw a person before you saw a policy," Fred said. "That's not something I can teach." The contract was real. The offer was real. And just like that, everything changed. Years passed. Carter balanced college with running the store. Profits rose. Employees stayed. Customers noticed. Hillman's became more than a grocery store. It became a community. One morning over coffee, Fred asked a final question. "How would you feel about owning the place?" Carter didn't hesitate. That single act of kindness, the one that cost him his job, ended up defining his entire life. Because sometimes, doing the right thing doesn't just come back around. Sometimes, it comes back bigger than you ever imagined.